Hi, I'm Natalia.
What up?
Okay, so I have 6 tiny little things to talk about, and then we're gonna get into the big stuff. So the first 3 are from the Hollywood Reporter. The first one broke out early Thursday afternoon, which was the Black Panther director, Ryan Coogler, is going to be returning to direct and write for the Black Panther sequel. The next thing that came out was late Friday night, which is immediately after I left. I left the theater from Bad Times at the El Royale, which is great. You should all watch it. It didn't make a lot of money, but you should go see it. Which was Iron Fist from Netflix. Of the Marvel Netflix series got canceled after 2 seasons. I really do love the second season. The first season is complete trash, and I don't want anyone to see that ever. But I think this is just something of that. The first season was just so bad that you can't really come back from anything to do it. The next thing is that Scarlett Johansson is reportedly being paid $15 million for her role as Black Widow in the Black Widow solo film. This is just a small thing. It's a lot of money. It's a small thing, but it's for a film that is far too late to come out that I still don't necessarily care about a whole lot. This next thing is via Variety. This is about the Flash solo film and how production has been pushed back to fall 2019.
I didn't even know that was happening.
I know, right? Well, neither does anybody else.
Oh, great. So I'm not just behind.
Yeah, well, it's also because the production has just been pushed back again until fall 2019 to continue writing and working on the script, which is good because if you have something that is poorly written and you make a film out of it, it's going to be even worse than it already is. And they're currently eyeing a 2021 release date. And this is also from the same article of Variety about The Flash, which is that it's unconfirmed by Warner Brothers, but Warner Brothers is... it's been assumed that Warner Brothers will no longer be moving forward with Superman and Batman movies starring Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill. Ben Affleck. Which again, I'm not. Ben Affleck seems to, for me, to be a man that doesn't really care that he's Batman anymore. He just wants to be done with it and leave. Henry Cavill, he has this spirit. But I don't know. Nothing has just been great with him in terms of his own superhero movies. The Justice League mustache can attest to that. This is via Variety again. Idris Elba has been cast in the new Cats film, starring Taylor Swift, Sir Ian McKellen, and Jennifer Hudson.
Wait, Taylor Swift's doing a movie?
Taylor Swift is doing a movie. It's the musical Cats. And Idris Elba is apparently going to be the antagonist cat. I'm
trying to imagine this Idris Elba person because I know the name, but I'm not seeing it.
He was Heimdall in the Marvel films. He was the... Oh, God. This poor man, he doesn't get a lot of work, which is really sad because he's really good.
And it's weird because I know his name.
Yeah. I mean, the best thing that I can say is that he's Heimdall in the Marvel films. He was the first character to die in Iron Fist, the black guy.
Oh, did not watch that either.
Not Iron Fist. Infinity War. What did I say? Iron Fist.
Oh, did not watch that either.
Oh, no.
I like, part of me wants to watch superhero movies, but there's so many at this point where I'm just like, no, it's not going to happen.
That makes a lot of sense. You just stick with your niche, and considering how much superhero films have gotten, it's just like...
The only superhero film I've seen is Doctor Strange.
That's good.
Yeah, that one was nice. And I was just like, this is fun. And I've seen like Spider-Man, but like that's because I don't really consider it that much. Like, I don't watch the random ones.
Yeah, it's also just because Spider-Man is a Sony property, so it feels slightly disconnected.
Yeah, I'm like, this is different.
Yeah, Idris Elba he's the one that everyone is like, oh, you should be James Bond, like a black James Bond, because he's British.
Wait, Idris Elba's black?
Idris Elba's black.
You know what? We're going to Google this dude because I clearly don't know what we're talking about.
Okay. To continue. This is via Jon Favreau's Twitter. Jon Favreau plays Happy in the Marvel films. Again, since Happy. But he was also the main dude in the movie Chef, which is a great film, especially if you're a foodie.
Oh, I see him.
Mm-hmm. Idris Elba?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Okay.
Do you recognize him?
I recognize his face, yes.
All right, cool.
Interesting.
Progress.
There we go. Oh my God, Zootopia. He voiced the chief in Zootopia. Now Zootopia is something I know about.
I forgot about that.
And he played something in the Finding Dory. What?
Who was he?
I don't know. Some voice. Probably an irrelevant one because I don't remember that voice.
Anyway, on to Jon Favreau's Twitter. Voice over production has begun for The Lion King, which is going to be the live-action Lion King CGI thing, with Donald Glover, Seth Rogen, Billy Eichner. Donald Glover is going to be Simba.
I've never watched The Lion King. That's the one Disney thing I'm not on. Donald Glover's great.
He's going to be Simba, and Beyonce is going to be Nala.
Oh, I think I need to watch The Lion King because Beyonce.
I can never think of a better combination
than
ever.
Beyonce and Donald Glover.
The Lion King.
That makes
ever.
I know,
Like,
and it's
they
happening.
got A-listers.
They really
I
do.
need to watch this movie.
Oh,
I know that like Simba gets lifted in the air.
yeah.
That I know.
I'm still hyped for the West Side Story.
Oh yeah,
Oh
So
yeah.
for sure.
I cannot wait.
I didn't know Donald Glover was Childish Gambino for so long until basically he wasn't going to be Childish Gambino anymore. And then I was just like, what? I found out really late.
Aw.
Yeah. I just thought he was a secret person, like like a Sia.
I guess. Oh my, I'm dying. On to the bigger stuff, which is the weekend box office. So Venom is still number one with 35.7 million in its second weekend. It fell 55%, which is an average superhero drop in terms of percentages and all that jazz. It currently has 142.8 million domestic, 235.3 million foreign, 378.1 million global, and its goal is to hit 450 to break even, which it most likely will by the end of this week. And Sony has finally crossed the 2018 domestic box office to date in billions, where it sits at 1 million. Universal has 1.2, Warner Brothers 1.3, and Disney, of course, being Disney, has 2.75, which is we're never surprised that Disney has number one in anything.
Love Disney.
Everyone does. Apparently, you too, even though you've never seen The Lion King.
Okay, The Lion King it was old. It's an old movie. It also has
It's
all
a
animals, which throws me
It's
off.
Hamlet with animals, okay?
That does not make me want to watch it more at all. Hamlet, no,
It's great. Your homework over the weekend is to watch Lion King.
honey. We'll see about that.
All right. A Star is Born is number 2 with 28
Oh,
million.
Lady Gaga, right?
Lady Gaga, yes.
Mhm.
It fell 35%. It has 94.1 domestic, 41.2 foreign, 135.3 global, and it's close to the century mark already in its second weekend. First Man is at number 3. First Man is the space film with Ryan Gosling.
No clue what that is.
Yeah, Ryan Gosling. It had a really sad first opening weekend, which was at 16.5 million. And even though it was projected to open at 20 million, but even with that, the 16.5, that's the average Ryan Gosling openings, so that makes sense. And it also is sadly the worst October opening compared to The Martian that came out. I think that was like 2-3 years ago. God, I don't even know. Years just fade. It's all meshed together. Whatever. The Martian was at 54.3. Gravity was at 55.7. Venom, which was this year, was at 80.2. Venom is kind of the anomaly, but it's still a pretty good opening, obviously, compared to the other ones. And now onto a great film that made no money, which is Bad Times at the El Royale. It is number 7 with 7.2 million opening weekend, which is so sad because it is such a great film. It's very pretty. I'm just going to push my review into this. It's very pretty. It's just a very beautiful film. It's really aesthetically pleasing, and the music is great, and the acting is phenomenal. It has some little Tarantino-esque bits. It's not a linear story.
Mhm.
So you have everyone in different rooms at the hotel, and right after you get the backstory for like a person, then it's like skip to room number 5 or whatever, and then you stick with that person, and it all kinds of has oh my god. And it all has a story that once it ends up meeting up where the other one left off, then we cut and then it slowly just meshes together. It's really pretty.
I like that timeline.
Yes. Oh my god, Cynthia Erivo is amazing. She's an unknown, but she's going to kill it and she's a star. She's going to be in, I forget when this movie comes out, but in the Widows movie where a bunch of these women's husbands die and they were robbers and they all the husbands die and then all the wives, the widows, are going to finish the job that their husband started. It's a great premise and I hope it makes a lot of money. And oh yeah, this weekend Halloween comes out, and the movie. There's another movie.
Oh yeah, the movie
It's
with
the same title from the original, but it's just like I don't know, like 40 years later.
Or is it kind of like a tribute?
No, it's the exact same film 40 years later. It's just like a continuation kind of thing.
Oh, so it's not the one with that woman trying to kill him?
Freddy Krueger?
No.
Mike
Mike Myers.
Yeah, it's Michael Myers, right?
Yeah, Mike Myers.
Isn't there one with like that old lady that was in like
Yes.
Freaky Friday?
Yes.
It has like that one lady that has the Freaky
this
Friday.
is it.
That's it?
Yeah, this is it.
Oh, okay.
It's a sequel to Jamie Lee Curtis.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Oh, I love her.
That was a
She's
great
cool.
movie. I've watched Freaky Friday many times.
Freaky Friday is great. I was gonna say something. Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah, this Halloween has the same title of the original Halloween, but it is not directed by the same person, but it is a sequel to that Halloween, which is just taking place 40 years after the original Halloween. That sounds very complicated, but I hope you guys understand. Do you get it?
Yes.
At least somewhat? Okay,
yeah,
cool.
kind of.
Cool.
Like a quarter of it.
Yeah, great. Better than nothing.
Exactly.
So that film is projected to open at 65 million, which is a prediction as the highest opening in the entire franchise to date. There have been like 3 sequels to this, and none of them have been good, except for like, I don't know, maybe the second one. But since this one is completely retconning all the other sequels, then it doesn't really matter. Oh, next part is via CNN. Warner Brothers is finally getting a streaming service because everyone's getting a streaming service.
Disney has one, right?
Yes.
They're gonna make one, and I'm gonna pay for it.
You're
Gonna pay for that one, and I'm gonna keep paying for Netflix because they're gonna
Disney's-
take their stuff off of Netflix, so I'm
they're
gonna need it.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
They
It's
get- don't they get a cut for their stuff on Netflix anyway?
Definitely.
But like they have to make profit any which way.
yeah.
Yeah, but-
Disney's just gonna own the world, and this is just
Yeah,
another
Disney always
bit
does
of it.
anything.
And
I'll go with it.
I'm okay with
Next.
it.
Okay, next to Warner Brothers, the Warner Brothers streaming service is going to be called Warner Media. This is all thanks to AT&T acquiring Warner Bros. And because Warner Brothers doesn't really have a whole lot of significant franchises or anything in like a vault, but they're still going to try and make something. It's really confusing. It doesn't really have a clear brand identity, and we don't have a price point yet, but I don't really have a whole lot of hope for it because there are so many streaming services that are coming that are already here. I don't want to pay for another one. I'm just fine with Netflix and maybe the Disney or the DC one,
Yeah.
but it's a lot of money.
DC has one coming out.
DC has one coming out.
I don't really know
Um,
what's DC. Like what stuff
like the
that matters
comic-
is DC.
Nothing really.
Oh, okay. So not paying
Um,
for that one.
Yeah. I mean, it's also $75.
Oh hell no! What?
Exactly.
That's
a
ridiculous.
year. $75 a year, I think. But they don't have a whole lot
Yeah.
of stuff that's coming out or that is out or
Maybe if
anything,
I
and
was
it's
like
not
into that
great.
stuff, like I'd be willing to pay
Yeah.
for it. You know.
I'm into that stuff and I'm not gonna pay for it.
Oh, so maybe it's just too much money.
Yeah, it is a lot
Jesus.
of money.
This is why people bootleg things.
Yeah. Sad but true. Also, Walmart is making original content for entertainment.
I need to stop.
I know.
That's
Walmart.
not serious.
It's gonna have a streaming service because of course, and it's gonna be very family friendly, but also, what the hell? Walmart?
Yeah, no. I
Why?
don't know what Walmart's trying to do.
I don't know either, man. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm just gonna do this quick Aladdin thing.
Yes.
which is where the for the original Disney one, the animated screenwriter for it is mad as hell. He in the teaser that came out last week, I think. I don't even know. It was so long ago, and they came out on a ridiculous time at like midnight or something. The only line that was spoken was the line when the giant tiger, the diamond in the rough thing, that line was only said in the teaser. And the screenwriter for the original Aladdin, he's mad because that was a line that he wrote and he isn't getting acknowledged for writing that. So he isn't getting any of the royalties or anything. And it just also doesn't help because the Writers Guild Association doesn't acknowledge writers who write for animation.
Oh, okay.
So there's a separate
that's
guild
extremely problematic. I don't like
yeah,
that.
I know. So there's a separate guild for animated writers, but that's just stupid.
That is
You're
stupid.
just writing. You're still
That doesn't
writing.
make sense
Um,
at all.
so they have completely different agreements. They have different contracts and all that jazz. But it's so irritating. Like the writer who originally wrote this is not getting acknowledged for the stuff that he wrote that is coming out now
Yeah.
in a film that he helped create.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That is live action. That makes no sense.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense just because it was an animated movie.
Yeah. The Writers Guild Association is also just messed up, and we're just going to have another writers strike again in the next, 3 years. But whatever, it's fine. I want to be a writer.
Ooh, on this writer's strike.
Whatever. I'll be fine. I think that's it.
Okay.
My last thing is just kind of what are you guys going to see this weekend? Because I don't really know if I'm going to go to the movies, to be honest, because my Netflix show is coming out and I'm going to binge all 13 episodes in a day. And the question is, will I have enough time or care to go and see Halloween? Probably not.
Well, we will address this question when we come back. Goodbye.